for the Chain Soldier Season 2 collab, Chain Soldier 2 Season 2 collab, and Haze Reverb. So I'm so excited. Yeah. Oops, sorry about that. Just give me a quick second. Dude, shut up. It's my stupid AI. No, shut up, please. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and start this story. Alright. It was in the past. Oh, yes, by the way, guys, as I mentioned before, there is also the you can also access the previous story. If you missed the first collab, you can also access the story here. So this is the full story for the original collab. I don't need to do well. I don't need to do it. If you guys want to see my footage of doing the story for the last collab, it's on my channel. You can find it. More exploration. All right, here we go. Captain and the Commanders. What happened at school and the moment of parting from her companions, one by one they come rushing back like waves. Interesting. You know, I did like the event story from before because it actually mentioned about why Kyoka I mean, well, it is in the anime too, but at the same time it goes into why Kyoka the girl MC, right? Why she eventually does what she does, right? But anyways, let's go ahead. Angelica, I want to go to the beach. The beach? Right now? But training's not over yet. Wait, hold on, guys. Oh, the voice is very low. Okay, let's try it out. There we go. Girls do have voices, guys, trust me.
Yeah, つまらない訓練の後、海辺でだらだらサボることに意味がある。
After boring training. That's funny. Sounds like a productive day, I guess.
アンジェリカ先輩、今サボるって言いましたよね。
苦しい訓練だけでは強くなれない。バランスが重要なのだ。
I'd say that's a good point. You don't necessarily need to. I mean, you can't really work all the time or train all the time. Like your body can only take so much, I guess.
わかりました。どうぞ楽しんできてください。
君も行くんだぞ。たった一人苦しい思いをさせたりはしない。
私は先輩たちとは違いますから。
Dolores. Yeah, so Dolores. Wait, I think Dolores is one of the main. It's one of the. I think she's one of the main girls of the main, like the MC squad, if I remember correctly. I think, or at least a part.
優等生ぶるつもりか？
いえ。
サール市の子たちは泳げるはずではなかったか？
そんなことじゃありませんってば。知っているくせにからかわないでください。
Dolores is different from the others. Or rather, she's different from every girl who has the right to become a driver, to become humanity's savior. She...
私は弱いですから。
She thinks... Yeah, Dolores thinks of herself as weak.
アンジェリカ先輩と違って背も低いし、フィジカルトレーニングだって最後まで耐えきれません。適合率が 50% を超えたこともなくて。
Well, Dolores.
だからなんだ？
先輩たちはあっさり卒業審査をクリアして優秀なドライバーになるんでしょうね。
試験の日に寝坊さえしなければ、まあそうなるだろうな。
一緒にサール市に帰って街を守るドライバーになるって約束したんです。だから一日だって無駄にできません。
なら食事も睡眠も不要だと？
それは必要です。人間ですから。
さあ、君も私も人間だ。現在にとってはチビだろうがノッポだろうが虫けら同然なんだ。
Yeah, it's true because the sins are huge.
でも巨大化すると身長の違いがパワーやスピードに反映されます。フィジカルの弱点が目立ってしまうんです。
だが影響を受けない部分だってある。君の最大の長所だ。
Ooh, what is Dolores' strength, huh?
私の長所。
ああ、心の強さだ。
So your heart. Oh, that's awesome.
私、心なんて強くありま
きちんと弱さを自覚できていて言い訳はしない。それこそ強さだ。
Well, yeah, I mean, there is definitely mental strength to that, and spiritual strength to that, that's for sure. I agree.
肉体的な短所は装備で補えるが、心の弱さはそうはいかない。
せん。でも
ドロリースはまだ子供なのだから、身長も適合率もそのうち気にならなくなる。悩み事は未来の自分に生きてさえいればどうとでもなるものだ。
It's true as well.
ずいぶん無責任な感じがしますけ
It's
ど。
way too responsible.
みんなに話してくるからここで待っているんだ。こっそり訓練に戻るのも逃げるのもなしだぞ。
Yeah, I guess Dolores is more of a pessimist, I guess. I mean, it makes sense because considering that she's like, how do I say, not as physically, like she doesn't have as much physical strength or like a build, right? I guess.
待ってください。アンジェリック。
Whoa! Oh wait, is she in the middle of a battle?
ドロリス、
ナビゲーターさん。
疲れたか？
The reason Dolores had been stationed in the first laboratory of the Catcher branch ever since the enemy invasion incident ended. It's now aborted the new arc is, of course, because of a mission. Okay, this okay, this sentence is very long. Oh, you see how many comments? 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus.
戦略部の奴らと
Alright,
付
let
き合
me
う
read
のは
that sentence
疲れ
again.
るだろう。
Oh, whoops, no, I don't want to read. I don't want to skip. Let me read that sentence again. Hold on. The reason Dolores has been stationed in the first laboratory at the Gotcha branch ever since the enemy invasion incident ended is now on board. That is a weird. That's a weird sentence, man. Yeah. This is kind of a run-on sentence. Yeah. They should have split that into two sentences, but oh well, whatever. Dealing with people in strategic operations must be exhausting, right? Reconstruction at the third laboratory. During the enemy invasion incident in SAR, the former third laboratory defense squad led by Angelica was nearly wiped out, and the third laboratory itself ceased to exist. The newly formed third laboratory defense squad with Dolores as its captain kept the same name, but its duties became protecting the first laboratory, which has taken in the course of two great sins, greedy and envy. It's not that the name is an empty shell, but it's certainly different from the third laboratory defense squad Dolores held in her heart. There's a reason she inherited the name. To protect Sarah City, to protect the hometown she shares with Angelica. That was the common wish of the former third laboratory defense squad.
私がなすべきことについてはアルビト博士から指示を受けています。
っていうか、あの博士の相手をするだけでヘトヘトだ。とっくに経験済みさ。
Even the doctor's exhausted on itself, just an hard way.
そんなことありませんよ。アルビト博士は優しい方です。ただ表現するのが下手なだけで。
その説明はどんな嫌われ者にも当てはまるぞ。それで再建は順調なのか？
I just real quick tangent. I really like the style or the outfit style Dolores has. It's kind of it's cute, but it's elegant. It's kind of cute, but and also elegant at the same time. That line works for every unpleasant person. So is the reconstruction going smoothly?
再建を任せられそうな科学館を選ぶまでは第三研究室の跡地に再建するのはやめるようです。
いかにも言いそうなことだ。後回しにして未来の誰かに問題を解決させようとするんだ。
未来に希望を抱くのはいけないことですか？
過剰な期待をしすぎると実現する前に幻想で終わってしまうだろう。取らぬ狸の皮算用ってやつさ。
Yeah, it's a good point by the navigator too. I mean, he has many, but it's the MC, right? Yeah, it's a good point by the navigator because, like, I mean, it's good to have like be positive, but you can't like hope for too much because you need to be realistic, right? So that makes sense to me.
ええ、後悔先に立たずですね。
だが未来を信じることまでは否定しない。過去から今は変えられない。今の俺たちは未来がどうなるか目覚めたら世界が平和になっていたなんて可能性もゼロじゃないからな。
ナビゲーターさんこそ夢見る人みたいですね。
I sound more like the one lost in Chinese. Like it keeps so bubble bursting against a wall called reality. Those dreamlike musings were cut short by grating alarm.
平和はまだ遠いみたいだな。
だから戦うんですよ。一緒に出撃していただけますか？
Oh, okay, we'll finish the chapter. Charlotte. What is it? No, it's not Charlotte. Charlissa. There we go. Charlissa. Close enough. Charlissa. There we go. A beam fired from Dolores' hand and burned a cavity. Oh, okay. A beam fired from Dolores' hand burned a cavity roughly 6 meters wide into the Sin's body, dozens of meters tall, and utterly destroyed its core.
久しぶりですね。
Oh, she has this is a different outfit. That's really cool. It's kind of, it's kind
お
of,
前も変わったな。戦闘中に昔を懐かしむ余裕があるなんて。
it's a bit like a magic girl outfit. Yeah, you changed too. Having the composure to reminisce in the middle of a fight.
すみません。戦闘に集中しますね。
冗談だって。この海域に人間は多くないから現在の出現数もたかが知れている。
この海域に嫉妬が出現したと言っても事情を知らない人は信じないでしょうね。
あ、そうとも限らない。
Ooh, there she is. I was gonna look for a famous quote for something I'd read, fitting something for this moment, but it changed before my eyes, choked all those words in my throat.
お前ら
There she is. I have some numbness like an electric current piercing my brain. A pain struck as if countless needles were stabbing me. Horrid sounds crawling up from the depths of hell, reaching my ears one by one.
海の底に沈めてやる。
嫉妬。
落ち着け。俺の通感覚の範囲から離れるなよ。支部に応援を要請しておいた。
Okay,
Hi.
reinforcements.
わかりました。
Is it only the navigator and Dolores? That's interesting. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. Hold on. Okay, so okay, I think. Search for the Nimbus energy location. Signal source captured. Energy transfer channel established. Synesthesia begin.
れだけの犠牲を払って倒したのに、どうして。
Yeah, and Ree's just one of those characters that just always comes back somehow. It's funny.
さっきの映像は
Envy is a great sin. Oh, is that what happened to her before? Envy is a great sin that stands above all others. It once threw the entire Danube branch into crisis on its own, and directly or indirectly caused multiple driver squads, including the 3rd Laboratory Defense Squad, to be wiped out. Oh, was that her squad? Oh shit. Its most troublesome ability is to do something like a memory loss and ego separation in humans within the Haze range, regressing drivers' mind to a blank, infant-like state. My synesthesia can, to a certain extent, help drivers resist that ability. Likewise, I can use synesthesia to link my consciousness with the drivers, and I can sense what she is thinking and feeling.
アンジェリカたちがドロリースを撤退させた時の光景か。
Oh wait, I think I played this event in a story. Enemy defeated only at the cost of countless sacrifices and appear once more. The fact that she didn't forget she was still in the battlefield was impressive enough and was only natural for old members to resurface.
ドロリース、集中して戦闘に備えろ。
Cool, I guess we're gonna fight. Hello, welcome guys. We're gonna have a fight real quick against Envy, one of the main bosses in the game. Yeah, I just started the new Chain Soldier collab story here. Yeah, haven't seen the Chain Soldier characters yet, but I'm sure they're gonna come up soon.
ズルはダメだよ。
Let's go.
次は鬼をやってね。
This girl Belina is so good against bosses. It's crazy good. I'm happy that she got her.
お前ら、海の底に沈めてやる。
Envy's Nimbus energy signature is gone.
撤退したのか。それとも
Sins appear across our planet through something like spatial transfer that impact human settlements. So I have grown used to them appearing suddenly and disappearing just as suddenly.
博士、見たか。
姿もエネルギー反応も嫉妬で間違いないね。
だが、
嫉妬ならあなたたちは箱舟と連絡が取れないはずだからね。
So it's
人
not
に
envy?
偽装した現在だ。
嫉妬以外なら
Could be
他の
anything.
どんな可能性だってあり得る。
In other words, insufficient intel.
あの嫉妬が消失する前に何ら
いや、特別変わったことはなかったな。あえて言えば、撤退を選んだことが妙だ。
そうだね。あの瞬間地球上のあらゆる現在が撤退したことを考えると
Ah,
よ
okay.
り奇妙だね。
Every moment, every sin on Earth withdrew. The withdrawal itself is even stranger. Interesting.
あ
Yeah,
らゆる
that
現
doesn't
在
really
が
happen.
撤退。
So yeah,
その
yeah,
通
that
り。
definitely means that something else is gonna happen. Hence,
今現
uh,
在
you're
こ
gonna
の
have a
地球
reason
上に我々が
to
認識
get
す
the
る現
Chain
在
Sword
は
characters here.
一匹たりとも存在してい
Not
な
a
い。
single sin left that fits her understanding. Alright guys, things are shifting now. Above the Danube city in the deck of the Danube arc.
他の支部の戦略部に確認を取ったが、確かにダニューブだけでなく、九州マヤ、カティアインカ、ブルーマウンテンサハラ、あらゆる場所から現在が活動した形跡が消えた。
Yeah, so all of these locations, these are basically all of the anti-sin. You know, for anyone new, the sins are basically the bad guys. You know, they are these giant mecha monsters that put out a fog or haze, hence Haze Reverb, right? They put off a haze and you know, they basically put people in danger and also attack anyone who's in the haze, right? So that's basically how it works, yeah. So then these are the strongholds that are that have teams against the Sins, right? That fight against them. The Blue Mountain has not had any sign of supporter for a long time to begin with.
撤退してくれるのはありがたいのですけど、
嵐の前の静けさかも。
ステファニー博士も同じ考えですよね。
There was something even more
異常現象
terrifying
の
than
裏に
sin.
は
Exactly.
現在災害より恐ろしい何かが潜んでいるはず
And
で
we
す。
should have been dead has returned. So that completely overturns what we believed about the uniqueness and non-regenerability of great sins.
理性的な判断だな。さすがは第三研究室防衛班の隊長といったところか。
これぐらいで立派な隊長だと言われるのなら、今までが頼りなさすぎたということですね。
昔のお前は泣き虫だったからな。
That was a crybaby. Ah, that's funny.
私はあの人たち、そうだ、
Flashback.
私は逃げたりしなかった。 みんな
Oh.
のことを忘れなかった。
She must have gotten like PTSD or something from before.
私は絶対ナビゲーターさん、
Hmm.
恥ずかしいことじゃない。どんなに強いやつでも最初は無力な赤ん坊に過ぎない。過去の弱さは恥じゃなくて成長の証なんだ。生意気なガキが一丁前の社会人になるように成長したってことさ。
その例えでは正しい方向に成長しているの。
お前がチャリサーみたいに何でも笑い飛ばせるようなおバカさんになれればいいんだがな。
Yeah, that is true. Charlize is always like smiling, like she doesn't give a
チャ
damn.
リサーさんが聞いたら怒りますよ。
これでも褒めてるんだ。どんな悩みも一晩寝れば吹っ飛ぶんだぞ。誰にでもできることじゃない。大抵のやつは過去の影につきまとわれて一生そこから逃れられないもんだ。
Yes, I guess this is her old squad. This is the squad she used to be with, and I guess they all died. When Cameron should live and fought alongside were in danger, you cannot fight with them. You did not even see them one last time before they died. Not seeing your friends, no, your family. Not seeing your family one last time before they pass. That kind of trauma, that kind of memory, probably never face for the rest of your life. Damn. It's a memory that you cannot forget no matter what kind of adult you become.
アンジェリカ隊長が見ていてくれればそれでいいんです。
Lois's gaze traveled along the deck to the distance through the clouds, perhaps landing on the sea she could not see from here.
私が第三研究室防衛班の隊長になったと知ったら、アンジェリカ隊長は喜んでくれるでしょうか。
あくまで想像だが、お前の成長を喜びはするが、その気持ちを悟られない。
ナビゲーターさんならやりそうですね。
Something you would do navigate.
大人ならみんなそうする。
ならそんなひねくれた大人にならないように祈らなければなりませんね。
ひねくれた大人になるんじゃない。素直さを失った時に初め、
それじゃあ悲しいです。
その悲しささえ封じ込めて悟らせない。大人ってやつはそういう生き物だ。
ますます悲しくなります。やっぱりチャリサーさんみたいになるのがいいですね。
Well, I'm sure that's what Charlize is doing herself.
だからそれがあいつの長所だって言ったろ。
Not bound by the past, always holding your head high, moving forward into the future. If one could do that, perhaps that would be the ideal adult. Unfortunately, neither Dolores, who has chosen to shoulder a heavy past, nor I, who still cannot let go of having lost the memories of my past life, can do that for now. Well, I mean, yes, and of course the navigator was Isekai here, or Isekai, or whatever happened to him. Then all of a sudden he's in this universe. So Strange ceiling. Those born in the age of war cannot imagine what a peaceful life is like. Just as an apple must fall from a tree, I, who have studied everything about sin since the moment I opened my eyes and was given the mission to drive out sins from earth, I cannot imagine a world without sins. Apples fall from trees, sins appear in human cities. People in water cannot breathe without outside help. For me, for a navigator born in wartime, there are far too few reference points to paint a picture of peace in mind. Someone who has never been to the seaside can still imagine the ocean because they can learn about it from books or images. I like those things. I like those elements. I like the references needed to fill in the blank spaces in my mind. Then again, did I just mention things related to water twice? If someone accuses me of running out of words because of that, I would be wrong. The real reason I keep using the imagery of water is that reality has interfered. In other words, I'm drowning. When I opened my eyes, I found myself deep in the ocean. The deadly suffocation worsened as more seawater poured in when I reflexively opened my mouth. Worse still, I cannot move my limbs at all. Even though I was fully conscious, I cannot move so much as a finger. I pictured myself moving my arms and legs to swim, but my body did not respond. Sleep paralysis? I have imagined what I would do if I had sleep paralysis during a fire, but I have never once imagined drowning in deep sea while paralyzed. Does anyone even have a contingency plan for a situation like this? Someone is there. Someone is watching me. A blurry human outline into my vision through the refraction of seawater, and that person was staring at me. Staring at me as I sank, drowning in the deep ocean. Can you pull me up? Just as I tried to say that, all that came out were bubbles. Wait, am I actually gonna drown? Drowning at sea because of sleep paralysis. Has there ever been a more absurd way to die in history?
おいおい、
You
冗
gotta
談
be
はよ
kidding
して
me.
くれ。
The rage of this humiliating way to die made my body move. I jerked my upper body up and broke the surface. Bathroom.
風呂
After surfacing, what I saw was not an endless ocean horizon, but an ordinary bathroom. Contrary to the point of having no personality at all, a bathroom that existed only to meet the need to bathe. Which means, was that just a dream? Yeah, waking up on the seafloor would be ridiculous.
バスタブで目覚めるのも気分のいいもんじゃないな。
Warm water wrapped around my whole body. Judging by the temperature, the bath had been probably filled not long ago. The scent of body wash mixed with steam floated to my nose and tilted my head slightly, and it touched cold ceramic. In a cramped space shrouded in mist, I could only see clearly about 2 meters. I lowered my gaze slightly. A girl. Her pale cold eyes were widening beyond their limits, and trembling lashes held droplets that could fall at any moment. Her long brown hair floated on a foam-covered surface like seaweed. My gaze drifted lower. Aside from the thin layer of foam, there was nothing covering her at all.
あ
This is bad. Waking up somewhere other than my own bed is for me almost commonplace by now, even though that alone is already strange. But this time it is very bad.
そ
He's like, The ghost's throat bobbed, her lips parted slightly, the already unsteady surface rippled in circles as if anticipating what she was about to do.
待ってくれ。
Wait. Oh. Oh shit. Water splashed everywhere as I clapped a hand over her mouth.
聞いてくれ。
Listen, let me
俺は風呂に
explain.
侵入するような変態じゃないんだ。人類のために現在と戦うアイギスのナビゲーターだ。決して怪しいものじゃない。どうしてこんな場所に来てしまったのか知らないが、お互い納得できる理由があるはずだ。
Through the gaps to my fingers, I could feel her trying to bite.
気持ちはわかる。逆の立場なら俺だってきっと慌てふためだが、お前は誤
I
解
know
してい
what
る。
you think. The way causes
無
a
駄に
scene, I
騒
want
が
you
ず
to calm down.
冷静に話し合おう。
Maybe my words worked. Trembling of her body gradually eased, and in her unblinking eyes, I could feel her confusion and uncertainty.
分かったら瞬きしてくれ。手を離してここから立ち去る。ただし
You got
騒が
her.
ないでよ。
Wait, bro. You want her to get out of the tub? You should get out of the tub. She blinked.
よし。
Okay. Let go. Ready? Get out of the tub.
この変態。
結局こうかよ。いててて離せて。
変態、スケベ、エッチ、幽霊、胸に穴の開いた悪霊。なんでもいいから早く
That's
消え
funny.
てくれ。
Man, she couldn't help herself. Okay, I guess I did not want to disappear. I did not want to be forgotten. I did not want to die.
ここは
Last thing Dolores remembered was the dorm at night, tossing and turning in bed unable to fall asleep. Every time she closed her eyes, the enemy she saw during the day would burst into her mind and run wild. She had no memory at all of when she fell asleep.
ここは市街地の大通り。
There was no doubt the street beneath Dolores' feet. This city was Danube City, the capital of the Danube region, a place she knew second only to her hometown. And yet, like a crease that suddenly rises on an otherwise smooth sheet of paper, an unsettling sense of wrongness wound around her heart.
箱舟がない。
The Danube Arc, the symbol of the Danube region's highest authority, the symbol of the aegis branch that always hung above Danube, was gone. That's interesting. Wonder what's going on. The sky felt so empty that it pressed down Dolores in silence.
そうだ、ナビゲーターさんは。
There was no proof that the navigator she was close to understood the Dolores situation, but instinctively she thought to contact them. It was not a healthy kind of habitual dependence. She was aware of that, but she had no intention of fixing it.
つながらない。また設備にトラブルがあったのでしょうか。
The unresponsive communicator made Dolores give up on contacting the navigator for the moment. As long as he was still in the city, finding him shouldn't be difficult. Probably. I mean, if they have no way to communicate, how is she supposed to
こ
find
こ
him?
が私の知っているダニューブ市なら。
She patted her cheeks, trying to steel herself to find that man in a sea of people. A man who might not even be in this city. Then...
わ
Oh,
ー
here we
お、ターゲット
go.
発見。
It's Ezra. An overly energetic girl's voice called out to her.
ちょっとそこに立って動かないでね。ヤクモさん、すぐ行くから。
Here we go, guys. Our first encounter with the chain soldier character. Let's go. Dolores turned around. A short-haired girl in an unfamiliar clothes was running toward her.
待ってください。今は。
It did not matter that someone had called out to stop her. But what worried her more was getting the other person involved. It was the screeches brakes that came far too late. A girl sprinting at a speed rivaling a track athlete came literally flying in and landed at Dolores' feet. Who's that?
今は赤信号ですよ。
ごめん。緊急性を感じていて
Heck,
さ。
come on.
ところで、君かわいいね。
怪我はあります。
大丈夫。風がクッションになってるから。あー、でも見えないところがちょっと痛いな。親切な女の子が傷を舐めてくれたらあっという間に治っちゃうんだけどな。
Wait, she wants her to lick her wounds, huh?
その知識はどこかの漫画で得たものですか？
Oh, well, I mean,
私の
well...
唾液にそのような特殊能力はありませんが。
Okay, well, okay, honestly, okay, actually, this is not much of a surprise, because Yakumo actually, she really fawns on the other girls from, like, the other commanders and the other girls from the other defense squads in Chain Soldier, so it's not really a surprise, actually.
騙されなかったか。
何のためにそんなことを。大丈夫なんですよね。
魔法隊の組長っていうのはこれくらいは平気なの。特に総組長なんて可愛い顔してすごいんだから。
Ooh, surrender? Ooh, Ren. Yeah, I wanna see Ren.
総組長を怒らせたらマジで何するか分かったもんじゃないよ。
それで先ほど私を呼び止めた理由。
ごめんごめん。ヤクモさんたらさ、可愛い女の子を見つけるとつい本題を忘れちゃうんだよね。
First introductions. The way she spoke so casually made Dolores wonder if getting blown away by a speeding car just moments ago had been her imagination.
はじめましてだね。空から現れた可愛らしいお嬢さん。エゾヤクモ、魔法隊5番組の組長をしているよ。
Appear from the sky. That's interesting. So is this like an alternate universe where the Demon Defense Force is in Danube? That's interesting. What is going on? I mean, I get it. We're gonna figure out what's happening soon. You know, what's interesting about what I like about this game, like the stories are good because they
大したことじゃなくて、風呂にゴキブリがいただけだ。
they always go about things in a roundabout way, and then eventually everything comes together later on. So. Sound of the door closing, the footsteps outside fading away, made my sticky consciousness clear up a little. This situation is very bad for me. Originally thinking about why I woke up in a strange girl's home is figuring out how not to be treated like some vile pervert.
見知らぬ女の子の
Oh,
家だ
Cisco.
からどうだとい
Yeah,
うんだ。
okay, I remember seeing you
泥
in the
棒と
beginning.
変態では別問題だ。
簡単に言うと入浴中の女の子と同じバスタブにいるってことだ。
恥ずかしいのは私の方なんだが、こんなこと仲間や友達に知られたら私の人生は終わりだ。
そうなったら俺が責任を取るよ。
何の責任だ？
Oh,
真
responsibility.
相を明らかにする責任だ。俺は怪しい変態なんかじゃなく
Just navigator.
アイギスのナビゲーターだ。
私はてっきり、まあいい。突然バスルームに現れたやつが怪しくないなんて全然説得力がないぞ。それに
You stare at me, or perhaps I'm my clothes soaked by the hot water, like you're trying to judge whether my claim was true. You mean she does not know what a navigator is? If it comes with ages, and unless she's a caveman, unless she's a caveman lives, I think they're trying to say a caveman who lives in the wilderness. She should realize I might not be just a pervert. At least a pervert with status. Somehow that sounds even worse. What if she thinks I'm a bad person abusing my authority to bully girls?
そのアイギスとはなんだ？どこかの上場企業で君はそこの管理職なのか？ナビゲーターはそういったポジションのように聞こえるが。
Yes, I guess for some reason Dolores and the Navigator have appeared in an alternate universe where for some reason Aegis and the anti-synth task forces don't exist. So that's interesting.
お
But the Demon
お前は
Defense Force
原
does
始人か？
exist. So why? I mean, we don't know what that is yet.
なぜアイギスを知らないだけで原始人呼ばわりなんだ？まさ
規模がどうとかは置いといてだな。
Aegis is the world government. Humanity's united front established to fight the sin. If you live in the civilized world, there's no reason you would not know about it. No, wait, don't tell me.
マジでアイギスを知らないのか？
だからなんで私がアイギス聞いたことがあるような科学系の本で見たのだったかな。思い出すから待っててくれ。そうだ、前世紀末に倒産した地質調査会社だったか。
頑張って思い出さなくてもいいよ。
Synesthesia and the sincerity in the girl's attitude were both telling me the same thing. She was not lying. I could clearly feel that what she was feeling right then. Confusion, worry, and curiosity she could not hide. That was the advantage synesthesia gave me.
顔色が悪いようだが大丈夫か？少しベッドでよ。
俺は風呂に侵入した変態。
ならソファーで横になる。
いや、大丈夫だ。
Isn't he gonna make the couch wet?
私はアンジェだ。
And
君は？
俺は
I faint impact sounded by my ear, like someone tapping the wall with a hammer. It was light, but somehow it felt like a blow was with real force behind it.
何か聞こえないか？
君の話、
そうじゃない。工事をしているような音だ。
隣で内装工事でもしているとか？
Wait, so only the navigator hears that noise?
空耳か？
I imagine it.
今行く。
This time it was not in my head. Both Angie and I heard the doorbell. She responded at once.
ここで待ってるか。
なんでだ？
頼むから。彼氏なんかじゃないと説明するのは嫌なんだ。想像するだけでめんどくさい。
心配するな。その時は一緒に説明してやる。
そんな状況になるのが嫌なんだ。
なら。
そし。
はいはい。隠れてればいいんだな。
It's gotta hide.
通報しなかったからといって友達になったと思わないことだな。君の精神状態が心配で親切にしているだけだ。
Right now. Damn. That's like my luck is not bad. I still didn't understand what was going on, but at least the first person I met in this guy, especially the one I met in the bathtub, was a good person. You can even say fate was on my side. If I had run into a short-tempered girl, I would easily be in pieces by now or already on my way to the station in a police car.
今は部屋が散らかっている。また
じゃあ手伝ってあげる。
一人で大丈夫。それなら外で待っていてく。
あれ？アンジェってこんな頑固だったっけ？こっそり男でも隠し。
そんなことはない。
簡単にバレてるじゃないか。
To avoid unnecessary misunderstandings, I decided to hide in Angie's bathroom first. Worst case, I would just climb to the empty tub.
まあ、いっか。彼氏だったとしても何も言わないよ。友達でしょ？
Stranger girl's voice grew closer. I reached the bathroom door, planning to hide before she bumped into me, but I was found. The moment I saw her face, it overlapped with someone from my memories, and I froze in place. It was not just her face, even her carefree way of speaking was exactly the same. Starry, a woman with incredible kind of good luck, who had helped me out of trouble more than once. If there's anyone who could explain the situation to me right now, she would be on that list.
やっぱり彼氏じゃないの。
聞いてくれ。彼はまったく隠れているように言ったのに、どうしてここ？
スタリー？私はそんな名前じゃないよ。アンジェの友達でスティアっていうの。
スティア。
あれ、この匂い。
Circling around me, sniffing at my scent. To be honest, I figured she would smell body wash and shampoo.
あなた、この世界の人じゃないよね。
Wait, how did she know that? What? How? I cannot tell whether the shrill alarm went off first or the thunderclap in my chest struck first.
何があったんだ？防空演習か？
おそらく違うな。
I walked to the living room window and looked outside. Outside, fog swirled so thick I cannot see my own hand in front of my face.
総務だ。
It's Haze. And it's taking some time to get things going. It is kind of strange that we don't see as much of other characters right now, especially the chain soldier characters. It's Haze. To be honest, I do not even know whether Haze is bluish white or deep blue. I have seen mist of both colors with my own eyes. Maybe the name was meant to cover both, but honestly, calling it fog makes it sound far too harmless. Compared to fog, it is more like a monster's breath. Wherever there's haze, those towering monsters, dozens of meters tall, will be there too. So calling haze the monster's breath is not wrong. As your breath. If we call it that, someone might mistake it for some entry in a certain game series, which would not be ideal either. In my case, in any case, from my common sense, the appearance as Haze is really good, really good news. To ordinary people with no combat capability, the best response is to Haze is to run. Hide somewhere safe. Pretend you saw nothing or heard nothing.
お前たちはここにいろ。近くに避難所があれば避難するんだ。
裁きを恐れて逃げるのか？
俺が何の罪を犯したって言うんだ？
セクハラだ。
Uh-oh.
確かに。反論できない。
Fair, I do. He can't really deny that.
それに大企業の管理職だと
いやいや、単なる誤解だって。確かに企業の管理職じゃないが。
逃亡も新たな罪名に加わった。併合罪なら君は世界最後の日まで牢屋で過ごすことになるかもな。
世界最後の日か。そんな日は監視もいないよな。
ほう、脱獄するおつもりですか？まったくクズ、変態、スケベ。
Jesus.
敬語で心をえぐるようなことを言わないでくれ。
犯罪を犯す覚悟は尊敬しております。この気持ちを表すために敬語を使ったまでです。
お前はどうしたん？
私も行きたい。
危険な場所だってこと？
危険だろうが安全だろうが、君は許可なく私のバスルームに侵入した。私の裸を見た怪しい男を逃がすわけにはいかない。へえ、二人がそんな関係だったなんてね。
どんな関係に見えるんだ？
犯罪者と被害者の関係でしょ？
まあ確かに。
わざとそんな設定でイチャついて唯一の傍観者の私を被害者の恋人にするつもりだった。いいじゃない。私もそのような関係ではない。そういえば話なんかしてて大丈夫なの？さっきから向こうで。
俺には聞こえないぞ。でも今は時間を無駄にしてる場合じゃないな。
Couldn't decide her rather synthetic sense, rather synthetic use of sound effects. If this fog really is the haze I'm thinking of, then this city is about to fall into crisis. We do not have much time left for jokes.
もう一度言っておくが、俺の予想通りなら冗談じゃ済まない。隠れるのが最善。
私たちが隠れたとして、あなたはどうするの？
My body started running. SDR's voice hooked onto me like a fishing line from behind. What am I gonna say? Sorry guys. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm back.
今のあなたと私たち、何が違うっていうの？
As a navigator, I do not have the ability to fight Sin directly. My job on the battlefield is to serve as the commander of the giant girls, guiding them toward the right fight. So even if Sin really has come to this world, a world that seems somewhat different from the one I am now, I am useless. The idea that I would pull a magical capsule from my coat, transform to a giant warrior, and fight back the moment it steps on me, that kind of turn of events is far too unrealistic. It would be a total plot twist, a total fantasy. I'm not searching for Sin in hopes of some miraculous development, only want to confirm that in this world there is a bridge that leads back to my past. If I can confirm that Sin exists in my world too, then maybe I can find a clue that explains my situation. Instead, when that familiar roar echoed, when I saw an enemy I had faced countless times with squadron was commanded, I...
感動すらしたんだ。
何に感動？ど
うしてついてきたんだ？
君はあれが何か知っているんだろう？怪獣なのか、それとも他の何かなのか？
What do you mean?
教えてくれないか？
This girl's nuts.
興味があるんだ。
Doesn't she understand she's in danger? Hold on, I need to close the window. Give me a sec, guys. Some damn dog is barking outside. Give me a sec, guys. I need to adjust the volume. There we go. Andy's eyes sparkled. it was not that she felt no fear, but her curiosity about sin outweighed it. Her curiosity about the unknown overcame instinct.
現在といって人類文明を滅ぼすために生まれた怪物だ。
この世界に怪獣がいるなんて知らなかった。
That's funny. Just as I thought, something is very wrong with this world. No, the one that is wrong is our world. The world where sin exists is the abnormal one. You cannot treat the abnormal as normal just because you have grown used to it. A peaceful world, a world without sin, a world where humanity has no natural enemy. That is what a normal world should be.
どうしてだろう。君が現在と口にするとき、なんだか懐かしい感じ。
懐かしい。
Nostalgic?
懐かしい友達に会ったような。いや、友とは限らない
That's
が、
interesting.
とにかく懐かしい名だ。
詳しく話してくれ。
今
後にしよう。それにお前の友達に聞きたいこともあ
Yeah,
るしな。
both of these girls are definitely not, they're not acting like the average person, right? So it's definitely interesting. Sin was still roaring in the city. In the past, I would have sorted alongside the drivers, but now I had no choice but to watch from afar, hidden somewhere safe. All I can do is pray. No, there has to be another way. I can do something with anesthesia.
この後何か起こったらすぐ隠れるんだぞ。
何をするつもりだ。
ヒーローになる。
Play the hero, even if turning a blind eye is the optimal choice. I cannot bear the thought of dying without doing anything.
通感覚開始。
As anesthesia can link not only humans but also to the driver's transformation core. I activated it to enhance the driver's combat capability. And the driver's transformation core is in essence the same as the Sin core. Both are matter converted from crystallized nimbus energy.
ニムビースエネルギーの位置を検索。
Signal source, capture.
現在コア活性抑制開始。
Oh, he's trying to suppress the Sin core? If I can use anesthesia to increase the transformation core's activity, then in theory I can also use it in reverse to suppress the Sin core. I've never attempted an actual combat because connecting directly to a Sin's core carries significant risk. Under normal circumstances, there's no need to choose such a high-risk, low-return option. Did it work? Sin stopped moving, but that did not mean they had worked. I did not have the strength left to confirm it. Instant I linked to the Sin's core, the emotions that poured out of it slammed to my senses like stomach acid surging down my throat. Did that even be called emotion? It felt more like torn off spiritual waste.
他にもいる。
There's another one. With the fog interfering, I failed to notice there was another Sin. By the time I drew close, its massive shadow had already swallowed Angie me. The pressure was so overwhelming, I forgot to breathe.
アンジェ早く逃げろ。
What a miscalculation. I should have used anesthesia to sweep for nearby hostiles before trying to stop the first one. Even so, it wouldn't have changed the outcome. The second Sin was transferred here and appeared before us, but at least I would not be left with this regret. Getting crushed under Sin's foot in a world where no one even knows the ages of Sin, that would be utterly disgraceful.
人生の最後が選べるなら一番綺麗な方法がいいよね、お兄さん。
I like breezy wind. A free wind, unbound. If the wind had shape and descent, she would be the very embodiment of it.
でもさ、できれば散らない命が最高じゃない？
Yeah, that's alright.
居座って幕が降りる時間まで目いっぱい楽しむ。
The wind girl.
美しいね。
Before I knew it, I had blown up into the air. I had blown up into the air. The girl held me in her arms and flashed a radiant smile.
危機一髪だ。
Oh, whoops.
もう大丈夫よ。目を開けなさい。
Whoa, yeah, Fubuki, let's go. Hold on, what's the last thing she said? She's thanking Yakumo properly, I need sound from another world.
危機一髪だったね。異世界のお兄さん。ヤクモさんに感謝しなさい。
I know, Nissan. Fubuki, let's go, mommy.
ありがとう。
I'm Fubuki.
その話してもらえるか。
怪物だかなんだか知らないけどよ。
Finally, we got to
周期
meet
だ
these
と思っと
girls.
きゃいいんだろ。ちっとばかしでけえってだけ
Shiki.
だ。
Sounded her fist hitting her palm shook the air.
どこの世界だろうと、 人に危害を加えようって調子くれてるやからはきちっと締めねえとな。
Let's go.
間に合いました。やっぱりナビゲーターさんもこの世界にいるのですね。
That meant she was not alone in this world. Okay, so Dolores figured out that the navigator is nearby. And also the navigator encountered the Demon Defense Force, so that's great. We finally get to see multiple girls here. She saw the restless dead. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna leave off with this chapter and then I'll continue. Or actually, I don't know if I can...
こ
I
の
can't finish
能
it.
力があれば女の子のスカートだってめくれちゃうんだよ。ああ、怪物も吹っ飛ばせるけどね。
Flip up
ナ
girl
イトス
skirt.
トームって便利でしょ。
That's funny. A gale strong enough to flip a sin. It was hard to imagine what level of wind force that would take. And yet this near disaster class phenomenon was coming from the short-haired girl.
普通怪物を吹っ飛ばせる方がメインだよな。
いやいやいや、服をめくれるのも重要度高いよ。
That's so fucking funny. I love her. I love her already. She's hilarious.
こんなすごい能力セクハラに使
I
うな
really
よ。
believe this job is like your harassment.
見つからなければセクハラじゃないもんね。
That's funny. There it is. The most representative criminal declaration of the 21st century. That's hilarious.
お望みならドロリスさんのスカートをめくってあげてもいいよ。
共犯者にはなりたくない。
ここはまだ戦場よ。集中しなさい、エゾ組長。ちょっと息抜きしてただけだから大丈夫よ、吹雪さん。
That's true. Mir's always ready to go. She's right.
私が出る幕なんてないでしょ。あら、私の配慮不足だったわね。エゾ組長がそんなに疲れていたなんて。なら今後5番組の任務は東家に任せてもらおうかしら。だらしないとお仕事取られちゃうね。気をつけよ。うわ、危ない。ぶつかるとこだったじゃないの。
That woman. The blonde woman who knocked down a sin dozens of meters tall with nothing but her fists, then tossed it away like a sandbag. That kind of power is not something any human I know should have.
人間は人間なんだけど、私たちは少し違うのよ。
I don't know. Maybe we'll try to finish the story. I don't know.
人間である限りは
Well,
話し
well, I
合
mean,
っ
well,
て
this is the first story.
普通にお付き合いができるでしょ。
This is part one. Unlike the blonde woman, Mira was it, who fought barehanded, the mature woman addressed as Miss Fubuki carried a weapon, a long spear. A spear capable of piercing the sin's body, tougher than steel.
話し合いましょう。
よかったね。アンジェの家がこんなに賑やかなのって初めてじゃない？そうだな。これっていいことなのか？
かわいい女の子たちと一緒にいられるなんて天国みたい。
That's funny.
かわいい？私が？
もちろん存在するだけで世界が華やかになるくらいかわいいよ。手の甲に寄付させてくれたらその美しさにあやかれるんだけどな。
As nuts. Jesus Christ.
褒めすぎるのもかえって怪しいんだが。
Yeah, actually, I agree with Ange. I agree with Ange.
でも嬉しいんでしょ？まあ常識的に考えて可愛いと褒められれば嬉しいものだろう。よかった。私も褒めてほしいって思ってたんだ。ヤクも。もちろん。
おい、そろそろ本題に入ろうぜ。話してえのは
お恥ずかしいところを見せたわね。
Miss Fubuki's composed bearing convinced me that in her world she must be an ability.
東吹雪、魔法隊9番組の組長よ。あなたと同じように異世界から来たわ。
It's a guy.
異世界だと？
俺は神運転ミラ。魔法隊2番組の組長だ。
映像ヤクモだよ。ヤクモって呼んでね。5番。
魔法体って。
初めてその名を聞いた反応じゃないわね。
Wait, hold on. Yeah, yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay. So I guess it's official. This is continuing from the story from the first. It's connecting to the story of the first collab.
羽前京香さんを知ってるか？
Here we
評
go.
価を知ってるだと。ここにいんのか？
神運転組長。
All right. Yeah. It's definitely connecting to the first collab. So the first collab stories. That's cool. I like that.
悪い、熱くなった。
And then like Miss Fubuki had their full trust. Even if the ranks sounded equal on paper, Fubuki's words clearly carried more weight than Yakumo's.
あ、すまない。
え、ヤクモさんに謝ってんの？わかった。心の中でヤクモさんの悪口言ってたんでしょう。宇瀬組長とはどうやって知り合ったか話してもらえるかしら。
It would have been possible to recount what happened back then, word for word, so forgive me for focusing on the essentials. And so what I described was a story about a demon defense force commander from another world meeting a mysterious little girl. A story of Aegis drivers and demon defense force members fighting side by side against Sin, and successfully defeating the Sin that invaded the little girl's hometown. And finally, a story of that demon defense force commander parting ways with the little girl after leaving her with a promise. It was not a particularly complicated story, and as far as endings go, I'd say it was one that leaves you feeling good.
つまり、京香はここにはいないんだな。
お前たちと同じように今回の件に巻き込まれていなければ元の世界にいるはずだ。
そんなことがあったなんて。今回の件も納得。
ああ。前回と同様に現在が異常現象を引き起こしたのなら現在を倒せばそれぞれの世界に戻れるはずだ。ドロリス、どうかした？
大丈夫です。ぼーっとしていて、私はナビゲーターさんの判断を信じます。
Seems she had not been listening to the conversation, which was understandable. Unlike me, this was probably her first time dealing with waking up and suddenly being in another city, or even another world. With experience, I could adjust to the situation quickly, but Dolores likely had not come to her senses after being thrown into another world.
でも、あなたたちが来るまで、この世界に現在はいなかったよ。
That is definitely
あん
interesting.
な怪物は初めて見たな。よく知っているような気もするが、目にしたのは間違いなく。
知っている感じ。
面倒なことになっちまったな。その現在とやらは、俺たちについてきやがったんだ。
つまり、現在は最初の被害者を転移させた後、さらに別の世界から被害者を連れてきた。
Oh, wait, but wait a minute, but it is Envy, right? Because I remember the encounter it was before it was Envy. At least the name was Envy, I think.
スティア。お前も俺と同じで別の世界から来たのか？
あれ？私、そんな。
今の話といい、前に話したことといい、そういう意味じゃないのか？
あなたたちと出会う前に同じ境遇の人を見たことがあるのかもね。って言っても説得力ないけど。
That's interesting. It's more complicated still. Stiara saw familiar. She really did resemble someone I knew.
でも、私が別の世界から来たって言われるのはちょっと釣れないね。ドロリースは第三研究室防衛班の隊長。ナビゲーターはたった一人しかいない本物の通感覚者。昔話ではあるけど、私の時代にあなたたちの名前は絵本の中の勇者パーティーみたいに伝説的な存在になってるよ。
Oh, Wait, so do they live in the future or alternate reality where the events of the Haze Reverb, the events of the main story or in the future or something? That's interesting.
伝説的な。
勇者パーティー？
スティアさんは私たちを知って。
なるほど。時代がずれている
Different
のね。
era. As expected, the most mature looking among them. But yes, he's right, because Fubuki is a MILF. As Fubuki reached a crisp, straightforward conclusion, even in the face of such a flood of information.
なんだって？スティアも異世界人なのか？ごめんね、ずっと騙し
Wait,
てて。
really? Okay, that makes things even more complicated. Oh
つ
shit.
まり現状を
Oh
整
boy.
理すると
What is even happening now? Yakuma as a Fubuki Azuma and Mira Kamyunten are from the Demon Defense Forces world. Let us call it World A. Angie is a native of this world, a world similar to mine yet fundamentally different. Let's call World B. The world where Dolores as I live, the world invaded by sin, is World C. And CR, who is also from World C, comes from a different era than we do, even if our world is the same. Really? Okay. Oh boy, so we okay, so we have the obviously Demon Defense Force for one world. Angie she's a native of that world, of this world they're in. And then Dolores the Navigator world, the other world. What the fuck? What is even happening? People from another world, psychics, people from the future. This guy that we hear, she would be thrilled. That's
ごっ
true.
たにだな。
ごったにだろうがなんだろうが、あの諸悪の根源をぶっ倒せば元の世界に帰れるんだろ。
Good point, Mara.
その諸悪の根源が隠れて姿を現さなかったら。
地面に穴開けてでも引っ張り出してやるぜ。
どのくらいかけて？ 1 年？ 5 年？それとも10年？
すぐにでも探してやる。
やる気は買うけど、それだけじゃダメだよ。でも、探し物はプロに任せとこう。
ああ、現在探しは俺の専門
That's
分野
true.
だ。
That's what the Navigator does. Finding, finding sin. Sorry, guys, I need to
通
drink some
感
water.
覚っ
Give me a
て
sec.
いうのは？
There we go. I guess my throat is a bit dry.
現在の体内にあるニムビースエネルギーを探知できるんだ。範囲は限られるが、地面を掘るよりはマシだな。
Even dig into the ground.
ネイちゃんの桃の能力みたいだね。
Yeah.
ネイって、千里眼のネイさんのことか？前回は随分助けてもらった。
Yeah, of
彼
course,
女
the
がい
Navigator
れば
remembers Nate
す
too.
ぐ見つけられるんだがな。
Nate Kawamura, a member of the Defense Forces 7th Squad. She's still a child, but extremely reliable. Her ability, sure to find promise, is ideal for reconnaissance and intel work.
ネイちゃんがいてくれたら美少女の癒しの波動を浴びせてくれるのにな。
And they. That was hilarious. Maybe presumptuous, but in your world, Miss Yakumo must be disliked quite often.
アイギスのナビゲーター。
I read you, no one can read her thoughts from her gaze. Even if the world were to end, that expression will not change.
魔法隊9番組を代表してあなたに正式な協力を要請するわ。ヤクモさんも。
頼んだぜ。向こうで世話の焼ける連中が待ってんだからよ。
ああ、俺たちは必ず帰れる。
Just as I was about to shake hands with Miss Fubuki, Angie let out a breath of relief. It must be hard on her. In less than half a day, her understanding of the world had been shaken again and again. Visitors from another world, monsters from another world, and even her friend was from another world. The fact that she had not fallen into outright panic was impressive enough.
面白いじゃないか。
え
Angie just really likes what's
面
happening.
白い。異世界人に異世界の超能力、異世界の怪物だぞ。これほど面白いことがあるか。
She doesn't care. She's just excited. That's
い
hilarious.
や、なんで早く言わなかったんだ。こんなに面白いことを隠していたなんて。その計画に私も混ぜてくれ。この世界には詳しいんだ。その現在とやらを見つける手伝いができるはずだ。そうだ、うちには空き部屋がある。行く当てがないのならうちに泊まればいい。朝食作りは得意なんだ。
She's
各
just
国の朝
satisfied.
食を作れるぞ。気に入ってもらえるはずだ。
Miscalculation. Miscalculation. This one's not normal either.
ですが
Dolores, even quieter than usual, finally asked the question she wanted before this not so formal talk could end.
アンジェさん、もし間違いだったらすみません。でも
なんだ、聞きたいことは何でも聞いてくれ。
あなたのお名前はアンジェリカ・アルファードではありませんか？
Wait, what?
そうだけど、どうして
Wait,
そ
how
れ
did
は
she know her name? Angelica Alfide. As for her surname, Alfide, I knew nothing about it. Perhaps I had heard it somewhere before, but certainly had nothing to do with the girl in front of me. But I knew the name Angelica, and when that name came from Dolores' lips, the person it pointed to had to be the one I knew. Angelica Alfide, former captain of the 3rd Laboratory Defense Squad who died in the battle against Great Sin. Her position was inherited by the current captain of the 3rd Laboratory Defense Squad, Dolores. Oh, interesting. Which meant that in my world and Dolores' world, Angelica Alfide was the name of someone already dead. Name of a ghost. Interesting. That's cool. Alright guys, yes, I'm gonna finish right now. Yeah, I'll finish for now. I will try to stream more tomorrow and also throughout the week. I'm gonna try to finish this event throughout the week. Alright, yeah, but thank you guys for watching. I will finish the event soon.
任務の目標をしっかり確
Yeah,
か
I
めて
do want to finish
計
the
画
event
を
soon.
立てる。やる
Event
わ
story
ね。
soon. Alright, so thank you guys for watching.